Oh, you jerk. This is not good. Oh, this is so not good. I've got no blocks. Oh, you jerk. Okay. We can do one at a time, children. One at a time. Let's just escalate it quickly. Everybody, want to Wiisdom here. Welcome back. This is the start of another episode, which means I just need to introduce something before I start doing it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Blinky. That's it's an interesting saga. Not quite sure where it stands currently. I had about a hour or so long period of being harassed by the thing, and we'll see. Anyway, how do I get out of here? I think right here, actually. So this is obviously on the agenda, getting this to where it's like functional, and I can actually navigate it and get in and out quickly. But what I want to do first is something that will kind of tie in with that by means of placing where the bound. I tell you, there's Blinky when you need him. You know. I also had no clue what time it was. Didn't know if it's just been night or what. So anyway, I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and figure out where this area is exactly. And this section here, I think, is gonna be where we get things rolling. I still have the glass on me. So essentially, you know what? I'm gonna use smooth stone because I don't want to break the glass. That's just a little harder to come by than smooth stone comparatively. So let's see. How big do we want this to be? I'm not quite sure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. Oh, there's 8. By way of convenience, block 9 is already smooth stone. Block 10 has been corrected, and block 11 also smooth stone. So let's torch that and see where we stand. Right about... That would be a decent start point, I would say. So that's what we'll go with. So all this is going away, and we're gonna see what it would look like. I guess this area is still fair game, but everything on this side gonna get taken out. So up here, though, I don't know. I'm gonna leave this as a wall for now, because we could very well still have kind of like my cool entryway. That wall back this direction, we're just gonna go ahead and get it out. I've never understood how this stayed here, because there's no wood in that, right? We didn't take any wood out. We have a shovel. We just took dirt away. I think it was one of the chunk error things. And it's very, very bizarre. That's always been strange to me. So that's what it would look like 11 wide. Now let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be 11. How far would it be to go all the way? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17. just to do it, right? It's amazing how far the dirt flies, when you take a wall out. But I should have been counting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that might be bottomless. Nope, 11. Cool. So we're gonna go ahead and torch that. Torch this. This area here is the playground. This is gonna be turned into something else, right? So. The plan tentatively, and it's of course means subject to change, I want to glass this thing in, and I need to see where it would connect with the base is kind of the big deal. And I'm going to just have like a water feature. I don't know if it'll be a giant aquarium, which that'll come in handy when we upgrade to newer versions of the game, obviously. But I don't know if it's going to be limited to this area, if it's going to have... I guess if it was an aquarium, we couldn't really have water features, right? Like a waterfall outlet type of a deal. Same thing down here. I don't know if I'll have it flow or just... I think it's just going to be contained up top is honestly what I believe we'll go with. So what we need to do is figure out where that connects. I will be working on that. It's getting dark. I'm going to head inside. I haven't seen Blinky. It's gotta say that's kind of good. So, still need to change that out for acacia. I just think it's going to look better, personally. Not skinned, which I can't even do in this version. Just standard straight up acacia stump, as you've known and loved it all this time. So, I guess I could keep you with me and we'll see if this actually connects. I also thought my nephew and I were going to do something in Madden. Currently waiting to hear back from him, so... Did I put that there? Oh, no. We have it torched now, that's all that matters. So, and in order to get acacia wood, I think I'm gonna just head to the savannah. It's not that far away. Let's drop down. I'll actually grab that before it goes away, since we did go out of our way to... You know, if this was glass, this whole thing, that'd kind of be cool to, like, waltz in and see, right? I think so. Never seen anybody do stuff like that. So, Cobble Crusader here. Gonna take us into dirt. See what we get. Now, realistically, we could also hop up. That's exactly what's gonna happen. It's okay. Now we're gonna need a chest too, fortunately. How low do we want to go becomes the next question. So that would be surface. Let's go one below the surface to start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I needed to know right here. So we'll throw that down. Okay. So go ahead and put that there for now. Not too shabby at this point. Now let's get out there and see the backside 7 deep. Because that's where we'd have problems, I'm afraid. This would go through somewhere. Wait, I'm turned around. I'm on the wrong level, aren't I? No, this will get me where I need to go. Like I said, this will be remedied and corrected. Have no fear. Okay, so we broke through on the back side. Let's just come to this front corner. Do the opposite side, if you will. Well, I didn't drop everything off. I'll never be able to tell you, but it's the way it is, man. Don't recommend you dig straight down, but we're somewhat professionals. So there we go. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't remember if we went 6 or 7 down, but let's just kind of chisel our way this direction and see what we get. Gravel, natural enemy to my progress. Okay, this is promising that we haven't hit anything yet. I'm actually okay with that. So, let's just whittle our way out. Cool. So, yeah. You get a general idea of what we're working with. What is this here? Like, oh, okay, that's the first thing we did. I got you. Yeah. That's sort of a synopsis on this area, and I'll just be messing around with it, trying to figure out what I want. Possibly going to the savannah. What's that? Like an audio skip. Possibly going to the savannah to get acacia, primarily just because it's on the way to the desert, and I just assume have fresh sand. You know, I don't want to use old sand for our new glass, basically. I've got acacia trees in there, but I kind of like where those are positioned, and it's really hard to replicate trees. That's probably something Blinky did, by the way, there. But yeah, that's kind of where things are. We'll be back and have some progress, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so I've got this kind of chiseled away here. Most of it was dirt, which turned out to be pretty convenient. There's quite a bit of stone we'll still have to take out, but I thought I'd give you a feel of what it was looking like here. Clean the inventory up. All this is new. Cut the birch down just so we could get a chest up there, and that's what I was looking for. Okay, wonderful. Alright, so we'll go deposit this, take the stone out, and then I'll probably make my way over. I only had 2. I'm sure I have more somewhere else, but I only saw 2 acacia saplings anyway, so that kind of helps justify the trip we're about to make. But let's get all this stuff out of here. Boom. Perfect. So yeah, this is kind of a view from up top for you. And haven't really run into anything, I think, as long as I keep the floor there, which I may make glass as well. We're going to need quite a bit of glass. So I'm going to clear out all this stone and then take off, and we'll be back with some progress. Note also, I cut down a birch tree over here, which had an oak tree attached to it, which is why there's stuff still dropping. But that one that was just like the chunk error half tree is just still hanging out for no apparent reason at all. So I don't know if that'll like trigger the fall of the leaves or not, but one of those things about this game, I guess. So I'll continue on, and I'll catch you back here in a little bit. You know what? I was taking out this cobblestone here to kind of get it to uniform height, and I was like, what is sapling doing there? I looked up, and sure enough, me breaking that one leaf apparently did trigger everything. So I can't explain it. I just know what I see. That's what I'm seeing, so I just thought I'd make note of that for you. That said, we should be able to get out of here. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to throw this junk in the chest and set sail for new grounds. So I'll catch you back here shortly. Running through the savannah, and overwhelmingly loud monster noises. So we're going to... Sheep's I also got new milk, by the way. Let's see if we can just find where this is, because by the sounds of it, it shouldn't be that deep. But not on the agenda. From time to time, I like to try to dig to sounds. And we've got skeletons, zombies, and spiders all just going absolutely ham on us. So it'll be interesting. Sounds like it's more that way, at least in my opinion. That said, I've told you numerous times I suck at digging to sounds. It'd be cool to know. I should probably eat something. I wouldn't think we'd hear it this good if it was, what is that? Like, come on. Surely it's not that deep, right? I don't know if it's just one little pocket like we come across. I mean, I hear it all. I'm sure you do too. It's obnoxiously loud. But there's spawners or... what exactly? Oh, come on. Where is it? Like, I do all this and we can't even locate the cave. This is why so many times you'll see me just not try to dig to a sound. I thought I'd been getting better at it. I probably have. Like, I thought we'd have been there by now. But we're not. So, I'm gonna leave the iron for what it's worth. It's quite a bit of it already, probably around 20 pieces. So, I guess what I'll do is mark that. Try here. It's probably about in line with where we've been. Wait, is that it? It's very bright. Okay, yeah, skeleton. Huh. Two skeletons. A zombie. Okay. Okay, well, hey. Why I couldn't dig to that, I don't know, but... It's also, I don't know if the lava streams down, maybe? There's more than one way to kill some undead mobs, and one of them is, of course, sunlight. That's what I'm going to utilize here. Oh, you jerk. This is not good. Oh, this is so not good. I've got no blocks. Oh, you jerk. Okay. I can do one at a time, children. One at a time. Let's just escalate it quickly. Okay. Okay. We were fine till we were on fire. Let's let physics play a role. Why am I on fire? Why am I on fire? Okay. Well, this is, not going well. We will be fine. Troll. Okay. Well, that was, found what we were looking for, didn't we? I got screwed on that water. Oh, I guess there's a hole there. Probably from a creeper. Hey, that adds to the excitement of the level, doesn't it? I sure think so. I don't have a ton of torches here, and I didn't have this on the agenda, but out of curiosity. I'm also not sure why it seems so bright. Like, I honestly thought there was a lava pocket coming. And that's gonna be... false wall, perhaps? Let's find out. Yep. See there. Oh, I see you, fool. Other evils await. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Is it another false wall? Quite possibly, but do I care? Not really. That's a good one. Screenshot in that. Yeah. We'll ditch the seeds. My apologies. Go ahead and grab some of this iron because I don't know when I'll be back. And so, like I said, we've had some pretty good concentrations of it here for what it's worth. I mean, that was a 12 pack. That's pretty nice. 15, got 16. And all this just a seemingly shallow cave all by its lonesome. Up to 20. Probably have easy half stack. And then just in that little area that we attempt to find this, which is still amazing that we didn't get in here. I would imagine we could have close to a stack, just with very little effort at all. So, wait, is that where I was? Dude, we were digging right there. That's crazy. Yeah, well, that'll take me to this iron. Might have left some in the front of that thing, but like I said, this is kind of how digging to sounds works for me personally. Not always the best. So, interesting day. Oh man, I thought I didn't have a bed for a second. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but that was quite the interesting thing. The crazy thing is I pass this area all the time. I'd never like been, you know, convinced overwhelmingly that there's a nice little pocket of mobs down here. It's kind of one of those things, you know. I was here and I was like, that is an awful lot of activity in that one little area. So, got that taken care of. 46 pieces of iron, and I guess we'll just deposit this in the savannah area. Sheepish Ravine, the original one. Haven't been here in a while from the top side, anyway. So, entry is over here. Did I just hear an Enderman? As long as it's not Blinky, I'm golden. So, since I've got you with me, that gate's still apparently a problem. I think we had this set up to work. Yeah. I think we were running out of space. We got that figured out. Just ditch that. Go this here, that there. Day. Granite. Cool. So yeah, always good to have blocks on your hotbar for the reasons you saw in that cave. But I'm going to get back with my original plan of acquiring some sand. So I will do that, and we'll catch you back here. Hopefully not in a giant underground cave. Has more mobs than it does blocks. So, you know, truth be told, I think the creeper that we didn't see probably took out an awful lot of mobs that were behind me. We were pretty much solely focusing on the ones in front of me. So the concentration in that one area was pretty insane. But hey, it is what it is. I'll catch you guys back here in just a little bit. I was just innocently mining some more sand, clearing my inventory to mine more. Heard a witch cackle, and came in, saw this guy, heard a zombie too. The witch was more this direction. Gotta be careful because of the sand above me. Yep. Wonder what their range is. Uh-oh. What's she doing? Uh-oh. Okay. We get anything good? Just as well. Let's see what all's over here. There's clearly more cave, but again, this was not on the agenda. I just felt like killing the witch because their cackles annoy me. And so we did. Also, the zombie wasn't anywhere to be found in here, so there's probably a drop down very near this, I'd have to say. But like I said, big threat is simply standing sand. We don't want to accidentally trigger that with a torch and be underneath it. So, anywho, that is the half village, I think. Or is it not? I'm trying to see if I have a portal on this side. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. I know I've got a portal back by the savannah village, and this one I'm not sure that we do. Might be worth throwing one up over here just to have it, and whale away at this sand when we need it. But I guess I can play around with that. We probably have one somewhere. I'm kind of not seeing my stone bricks anymore, though, sadly. Tempted to just throw one up, like, right out in the open. There is a swamp over there. I wonder. See a stone. I think I see a stone on that mountain, too, over there. So, small chance we could have some stuff. I don't really have the inventory space to haul anything back from the swamp. But if we could get a portal over here, it'd kind of be a nice little segue, I'd have to say. I would assume I don't have one in the area, and I think we're far enough away from the ones that I know that exist that we would open up a new one. And then we could hopefully just kind of train them together. So, where would be a good spot? Maybe here? Because I can see that stone. I can see that giant arch. I don't have a heart to tear that down. It's too cool. And then we do have the swamp there. I think there's a flower forest somewhere. I have flint and steel, so I see no reason why we don't try this. So, 1, 2, I've got no decent blocks. Why not? Why not just make use of that, right? So, should have put that out farther. Oh well. So 1, 2, 3, and now this is where I wanted the glowstone. We will boom, and drop, and yeah, we'll do it anyway. I can silk touch it. It's not the end of the world. Now up top is where they're the most useful, but that sounded like a slime for some reason. Did I kill a cactus when I fell? I don't know what happened. It's very, very strange. Anyway, that gum. This will be interesting, I think. Light this guy up, and there's the good stuff right there. Steak, need to eat. Gain some of that lost health. If I remember correctly, I don't think that's too impressive of a swamp, but it is a swamp, so if you ever want to come out and throw down some oleanders, Way out in the very top corner, I think that may be a stone pillar. I know that one is. But anyway, let's kind of see where this goes. We're making very little progress towards building a giant fish tank at our base currently. 45, 48, Portland over Oakes. Oh, that sucks. I'm surprised that put me out here, actually. Let's see, is this going to put me back at the Savannah Village, or where we came from? I thought we would have gone more than the required distance. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Now, it works good traveling back. I'll give it that much. But we just came from that's the really cool mountain I told you I don't have a heart to tear down. It looks neater on the other side, even. Yeah. So I tell you what, I'm just going to go back through the nether now, because honestly, I think it might be a little quicker anyway. So, oh, buddy. Ooh, nuggets and warriors tomorrow night. Let's see if I rarely get to go this direction. So, it's this way. There we go. Yeah. See how close we are? That's crazy, isn't it? Now, do I have any portals? While we're randomly lighting portals again, we're going through that phase. Do I have many more this direction? I don't know that I do. Or are they all mainly this direction? You know what, let's... I can't find the coordinates for the desert that I really wanted to do stuff in. I think that takes me to a desert. I feel like this must have a portal or I wouldn't have had it trekked out like I do. Maybe I was just going to put a path, I don't know. You get strung out and then you don't play the game for so long. Kind of hard to keep up with what you're doing exactly. Yeah, this is definitely a path. So, fish tank at the old base, I see. Sometime I just need to come through here and connect all this with, you know, solid blocks. There's a portal. Or what it goes to. I just glided across that. That was... kill me. Is this a swamp one? I really don't remember. Let's find out. We're going to be a lot farther away than we were. Okay. I built this one way up on a hill. That's the half village. I got you. The forest. What is that? Is that a desert well over there? Yeah, they tell it from here. And the pillar points that way, really. Interesting. Who was in there? I'm trying to remember. I think I blocked some people off in this village. Yeah, I guess I'll quit playing around here and I'll continue playing around off camera, but at some point in time I'm going to label all this stuff, and that way when I haven't played in forever, I'll remember for sure what it is. Because there will be signs, and that way I don't have to remember. I can just read them. Anyway, I'll catch you back here shortly. Hey, I didn't know I had a squid farm down here. This turned out to be a pretty important thing. I was just popping outside. I grabbed some glass from down there, threw a bunch of the sand. I actually had all that cooked already. I just wanted the stuff to replace it. But I came over because I thought it was cute because two zombies were going to walk across my bridge as they burned together in this glorious sunlight. But then I was afraid it was a blooper that was suffocating, and it turns out it's everyone else. So go me and my squid farm. Look at that. When we update this, those guys can attack us, and you know, now we don't have to worry about that. So I'll just periodically stroll through there, I guess. And friend or foe? He's a friend right now, but I don't trust him. Dun 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 dun. Oh, you gonna make it? You gonna make it? You gonna survive? No, you didn't. So close, though. You really got to that pool of glorious life water. That said, you can't tell, but, you know, right around this corner, we've got our fish tank in gear. So, I did make it back here. That's the good news. And I think we will... Possibly, this game's getting chippy that I've got on. But I think we will... maybe lay the whole bottom out in glass. And then, because I do think, like, it was underneath this, right, that we started getting into my base. I have anything to break it with. Yeah, so that'd kind of be cool. So I guess I'll lower this a couple levels and put some glass down, so stay tuned. Alright, so here we are, just placed all this down. I elected to keep this 9 wide. I might do something back here, but... I kind of wish you could use paned glass, but I think that kind of looks weird with water, unless that's changed, and I don't think it has. So, it took about, what, 54 to do that, 9x6, I guess, once it was framed out. So, gonna have the back side here, and I'm kind of debating if I want to go through on the front, but I think I'm going to do the side walls first. So it actually works pretty good at this height because you can still get to everything. So I'll continue this and I'll catch you back here in just a little bit. Hey everybody, one of Wiisdom here. It's been over a month since I last recorded here, but then I did some stuff every once in a while, and that's what I've done, and that's going to be the end of the episode. We got back from the desert, made some glass. I've actually still got a ton of it downstairs, but this is the fish tank, what we were working on. The original structure's kind of back here, and if you pay attention, you'll see, you know, that's sort of where we were at. I decided to go ahead and take it down to the base level. The plan, I don't know if I'm going to put it here or that level, but I have the glass to do it. I just decided I think I want it to be blue. Then we've got that back room here. This is all new. You've not seen any of this. And I plan to glass this too. Again, I'm not sure if I want it to be clear or not. Also, I have a good way of getting from here to there. I think I do. But anyway, here it is from ground level. It's fairly tall. Looks a little bit more impressive from over there. Just pulled that stone brick out for my convenience of getting in and out of this place. But that is the plan for now. Again, probably that level. I don't want it to feel cramped if we had it down there. So we'll come in across the bottom. Probably going to leave the top open, possibly leaves or lily pads. Still have our ladder currently for access to the top, and then back here I left it open. I've kind of blown this out a little bit more too, and may kind of let all of that come through so you can sort of have a view of it. But I'll continue working on this off camera, and we'll probably have it in the next episode as well. I got some other things I want to do. Is I've been running around over here. If we get the ladder today. Oh my gosh, I tell you, like I said, I haven't played in a long time. So, if you're curious why I haven't uploaded much, one, Susan's still the CEO and she sucks at life, or at least that part of it. She might be good at some things, but managing YouTube is definitely not something I think she's selling at. Maybe she'll get better, who knows, but I would assume that would have happened. But as I'm running around up here and chiseling all that away, I really like the way our paths look over there, which we still need to work on that main one, ironically. And I'll just take you over here. But what I'm getting at is I'm kind of thinking a lot of places I can fall here too. This is the top structure, if you're curious what it was looking like. But from this vantage point, it kind of looks pretty cool, and you've got all these like neat bridges and crud. I'm kind of thinking it'd be neat to connect some of this stuff, even maybe down through there, which we do on that side, but maybe even over here somewhere. Just it looks good in the distance. It's functional when you're actually using it, but it's just kind of like some nice eye candy, I think. So maybe doing stuff like that off camera, working some more on this, because truth be told, I've sunk a ton of time into this thing, even though it probably doesn't seem like it. And on that note, I'm going to quit rambling, and I will catch you back here for the next possibly thrilling episode of Wiisdom Plays Minecraft.